Hello everyone. So today we are going to work on how to get these buildings and these characters to show up in red here in the minimap. So you can see if I move these characters, these small red dots in the minimap also will be moving. So let me move them a little bit further away. So here you see that is updated in the minimap. This square is showing where I'm focusing, but the red area you can see it's now moving. I was initially focusing here. So yeah, that's what we are going to work on today. That's my characters over here. How to make these guys show up in red in the minimap. Here basically we will be using another scene capture with the post-process material applied to that only renders these characters in using the post-process material to a render target that will be used in the minimap to show as a different layer that shows the faction color. And before we get started, let me remind you that you can download the project files of this project and all other thousands of projects I have done in my channel from my Patreon page. Once you become a member, you will be able to access everything without any limits. To the date, there are over 2200 videos. For each video, project files are available. And here is the full playlist of this series. Everything is explained from scratch here, so feel free to check it out. I'll leave the link in description. And here is another series that I was mainly using blueprints to code mechanics, various mechanics in a strategy game. So if you are into that, I'll leave the link to this playlist also in the description. Alright, now let's get started with today's episode. Okay, so this is what we have implemented so far. Here you can see in the minimap the area that we are focusing on, and we can click on the minimap and jump to different locations. So the next thing I want to work on is showing these buildings and characters. So if these characters who belongs to the red faction, so the red buildings and red characters should be shown as something like a red dot here in the minimap, so that we can get an idea by looking at the minimap what are the areas that is dominated by each faction. Okay, so that's the basic question I want to address. So to capture that data, this is what I'm thinking of doing. Here, let's go to the map manager. So let's later on I will implement this with C++, but first let's test this idea with blueprints. So here in the map manager, we are using this scene capture component that attached to this spring arm component to capture the image that we are showing in the minimap. So the minimap is here. This is the minimap image. Maybe I should call it minimap image. Okay. And I'm using this material, UI material, which uses this render target, which is captured using this scene capture component. So now I want to set up another render target, another scene capture component that only captures these buildings and these actors. So that's what I want to do, only those things. So to do that, yeah, let me duplicate this render target and I'll call it RT faction map. Let's call it faction map. And then here in the map manager, I'll duplicate this. I'll call it SC action capture, action map capture. Okay. And I want to have the same configuration as this scene capture component. So here it's 0, 0, 0. So I'll set it to 0, 0, 0. And this one is used in projection type orthographic and with this, but this is modified through the code. So let me copy everything here and paste. But as I said here, if I select the map manager, we are using this map dimensions 150,000. So we are actually using that when we capture the image, we set for this auto width that value. So right now I don't have a function to dynamically set that, so I'll set it like this: 150,000 for C faction map capture, and then I'll assign this one faction map texture target. Okay, compile and see, I have set this to capture every frame, so it automatically captures. So yeah, this is what we are capturing. Later on we are going to change those things, but first let's figure out how to capture only the characters and these buildings. So now as you can see, it captures everything. Now let's set up a post-process material that we can apply to these here. We have this post-process volume settings, and under rendering features we can apply post-process materials. So let's create a post-process material that capture objects only in the rendered in the custom depth, and somehow we should be able to use that to determine objects, the faction objects, and show them as a different layer. So first thing would be, let me open this blueprint of one of these base buildings, and here I'll add a plane. It should be larger because in order to make it visible in the map, this should have a bit of area, otherwise it will not show up. It will be just a simple dot that is not visible enough. And then I'll set this, well, first of all, this should not have any collisions, so no collisions. And under rendering, the rendering settings, well, under rendering, under lighting, first I disable shadows. We don't need any shadows. And under rendering and advanced, I don't need visible in reflection. No capture, straight tracing. No rendering main pass. We don't need to render main pass. Rendering depth as no. Received gas, no. This, no. We only need this to render in custom depth pass. So I'll enable that. Okay. And then let's set up a post process material. PP. Let's say faction millimeter. Okay. And this, I'll set this to a post process. Apply. So here I'll get scene texture. right? And here we can select custom depth here, place it like this. But I don't think, okay, let's just test this and let's see how it works. Now to test this material, here we already have a post process volume, so let's apply to this main post process volume, so that then we can figure out the material and then we can apply it to our scene capture. So under rendering features, post process materials, asset reference, let me apply this. So as you can see, everything is white. Now if I divide this, that's because if I divide this, let's say 1000, now see, now we're starting to see these objects. These are actually these plane, I'll call it faction plane, these faction planes, that's what we see here. So to have a sharper distinction, let me apply, divide it like this, and then here let me disable it for a second, and we need to see that in the same location that we see the this this component, which is this scene capture component, which is attached to this spring arm component that has a length of 50,000. Okay, so here I'll subtract like this 50,000 and apply, and then see, now even when we are far away we can see the distinction properly. Let's go even further. Let me disable this. Now why can't I see camera in the map manager? Okay, now I can see. We should be able to see from this point. Okay, now if I enable the post process material, okay, this looks good enough. So if I increase this, okay, still good. Alright, now this is fine. Now from this post process, I'll remove this, and then I'll go to the map manager, and under faction map capture, I'll assign this post process material. Let me select it. Yeah, here. Okay. Now here you don't really see that. So I think I need to change this source into this final color. Now, yeah, now we can see here. Yeah, see? Now we can see these two dots which represent these buildings. Now here, let's just, instead of black, this is only for demonstration. Later on we will find a way to show the actual faction color of the building. So right now, let's define a vector parameter to show the color. Let's say faction color, and red. Apply, and then let's blur this. I'll clamp this between 0 and 1 and use this value. So this should be 0. Okay, we go here. See, only these parts are red. Now let's go to this material that we are using, this map. And here I'll duplicate this texture sample. Actually, no. Let me drag and drop this here. So let's do another blur between this and this using this value. Now we'll see here we see in red the area where the buildings are. Okay, now see here you can see these tiny red dots which shows buildings. So in a similar way, if I apply some mesh that only renders in the custom depth path to the characters, that will also show up. So let me just quickly do that too. From the building, I'll copy the faction pane to the base pawn and paste it like this. So all the settings should be here because I copied the component itself. Now let's save everything just in case it crashes. Yeah, now you see. Let me move them to a different place. Yeah, you see, this is updating. It's very small, but still we see that. So that's actually all I wanted to do in this episode. And in the next episode, let's figure out how to have different faction colors. For example, these buildings should show up in green here instead of red. And these characters who belongs to this green faction or blue faction should show up in their own color. So yeah, thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available here for download in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And do let me know if you have any questions in the comments. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.